Hey, what's up, everybody? I know. You watch my other videos and it looked a certain way. Now I'm sitting here with this equipment and my videos are a lot extra clear. Yes. I've always had extra clear, but I just never used it. Sorry. Because I've been busy and I like being busy because I like what I'm doing. So I've been photographing a lot of events. I've been doing a lot of corporate work. I've been photographing for dance companies, sports teams, modeling agencies, for models, actors. So when you add all that together, hey, it's probably not a lot of time to add in a YouTube video. So I'm sorry. I just want to thank everyone that's been subscribing to my old videos. So thank you for subscribing and subscribe. Oh, how fast can you say that? Subscribe. You can't say it too fast, but subscribe, send questions. But I'm here to help. I'm gonna bring some help. I'm gonna bring you some help during this time of the pandemic. A lot of you guys actually been busy, which is good. So congratulations to those that are still able to perform in their dreams and still keep things going. So amen. Kudos to you guys. Okay. So this is what I did with my setup. I've always had a 2-screen setup, but I said, let me go with a 3-screen setup. And I'm gonna talk about screens in a second. Well, when I say screens, I'm talking about monitors. So I'm gonna talk about that in a second. So I have some very good information about monitors. So as you can see, I have some of my work back here. Good. Now, here's something that's very important. You have to feel comfortable in the area that you're editing in. So get your area set up. Get some LED lights, get some colors going. So you want to come and edit. When you're done with your job, you want to come home. You want to edit. You don't want to feel like, oh man, I'm not going to that room. You want to come to your setup. So add some LED lights that turn colors in the behind the screen. I have a little LED globe over there that can do multiple colors. Inside my computer, there's fans that turn colors. Any color I want to, multiple colors, doesn't matter. My keyboard, see, and I have this little pad that's under my keyboard that lights up. It's blue. See that? Cool. And cool. With my keyboard, I let it keep flashing multiple colors because I think that's cool when I'm editing. That it's turning different colors while I'm pressing on it. And my mouse does the same thing. So, and the next thing I need to upgrade in my room is a chair. So I need to get a chair that's comfortable for me to edit in. This was kind of comfortable too, but after sitting on it for a while, you had to go and get that wrench and tighten it up, keep tightening. And I'm tired of doing that. So my next move is to get a comfortable chair. But other than that, I feel comfortable coming into this room. Now, the way my room is painted actually is pretty bright. The walls are real bright. The thing is that I have my blinds closed so I can get that ambience, that feel that, hey, you want to edit. Okay. One of the most important things that you want to do when buying a computer monitor is ask yourself, what am I using it for? Okay. If you're gonna do gaming, that's something that's totally different. That means you're looking at high refresh rates. You're not concerned about all these colors. You just want a high refresh rate so you can catch movement. So your movement don't look like this in Call of Duty. Because if your movement looks like that in Call of Duty, you're already shot. Okay. But if you're editing, it doesn't matter because the screen is sitting here just like that. And when the screen is just sitting there, then you have time for a bunch of multiple colors. But now you can buy a high fresh rate and get one with a lot of colors at the same time. It's going to cost you a lot of money. But when you buy a computer screen, buy one that's going to match what you're going to be doing all the time. The most important thing you need to know about computer screens, you need an IPS. IPS. Make sure it says IPS. If you're going to be editing, make sure it says IPS. I promise you, just get an IPS. So hey, what kind of screen? Make sure it says IPS. And another thing you want to look for is color recognition. Um, Now, mine also does a sync with my graphics card, so it has an auto sync with my graphics card. So just in case there's changes to the graphics card, the computer screen actually works with the graphics card. So you want to think about that as well. Okay, it's an auto sync with your graphics card. Okay. The other thing is get you a 32-inch screen. 32 inches. I'm telling you, you can sit back and you can edit. It's clear. You don't have to be doing. Aren't you tired of like doing that when you edit? And then you get a headache. You want to be able to sit back comfortable and look at the screen and edit. So I have an IPS screen, 32 inch. As a matter of fact, I have one, two. There's two 32-inch screens, both of them IPS, and both of them have two different finishes on it. And I'll explain to you what I mean by the finishes in a second. The other one on the other side is a 26 inch. Okay. Now, what I do with the 26 inches, I watch my movies while I'm editing. I watch my YouTube videos. I put up all my Facebook, all my messages, all that type of things like that. Business wise, I need to read or anything related to that, I put on that screen. Okay. And that screen just takes care of all of that business reading type stuff. So I can just look over it. So if I get a message, I can turn over there. Another thing I do, I sync my phone, my text message to my phone. I can read it from the screen. My emails, I can just look back and forth. I get a message from Facebook or anything like that, I can just look over there and respond to it. Or I can just watch my movies while I'm editing. That's a good point, right? So the two finishes on the screen, the one behind me is my high quality screen. It's the highest quality I can get when it came for photo editing. It's actually designed for photo editing. sRBG, it reads all the colors. That's very important to have a screen that's going to read all your sBRG colors. I hope, am I saying it right? Yeah. sRBG. Yeah. Colors. Yeah. sRBG colors. Yeah, that's right. I mean, those are your colors you're editing with, and you want that color to be even from screen to screen, and that's where your IPS comes in at. You want it to be even all the way across, not just going in horizontal. And I don't have time to explain that. You gotta look up specs between pixels. You want your pixel to be all across the screen, okay? You don't want to be looking at this end of the screen and it looks another color. It looks vintage or something like that. Every inch of the screen needs to be one color. Okay. Well, sorry, not one color, same color. Sorry, correct that. All right. Now the finishes. The one behind you is a matte, and the one on the side over here is not a matte finish. It has that shine texture to it. I don't recommend that shine texture if that's going to be your main screen for editing. I use that screen to check my work, or I use it to when I'm doing Adobe Premiere. I can like slide some things over there, or just use the screen for multiple type situations. Also, with the third screen, I can have my one part of Premiere over here, one part of Premiere in the middle, another part of Premiere on the other side. Highly recommend that. Okay. Now there are screens that you can get that are one long screen. That's cool, but the only problem with that is you can't hide. I like to split my screens and I like to look over and over and over there. And if you want to spend $1,000 on a 49-inch screen to have 16:9, then that's you. But it's see that timer. Very important. Always set the timer on your screens too. Okay. Set the timer. So don't leave your screens on. You know how people leave and the screen still be on one thing, your screen will burn. So I do have mine set to like 5 minutes. So that means I've been talking for 5 minutes. Oh, I gotta hurry this up. Okay. So let's get off screens. Okay. So very important. Here's the thing about the screens. You need an IPS, an sRBG. Make sure you can read all your colors on the screen. Okay. Get you a nice 32-inch screen. and you're good to go. Okay, that's enough with streams. Now, let's get to the most important part of why you need to upgrade your computer. Now, let's get to something that's very important that you need to have inside your computer, and that's the brain of the computer. And I'm telling you, AMD they have dropped the mic. AMD dropped the mic. They say, you know what? Okay, we're tired of it. We're finna give you everything. We're finna hit you real hard. Boom. And they came out with the Ryzen 9 processor. The one I have is the 24 threads. I had to write this down because there's a lot of tech talk. And I gotta make sure my tech talk is right because somebody will try to correct you. So has 24 threads. Max clock speed is 4.7 gigahertz. That is fast. And that's 4.7 gigahertz. And that's each core. I have 12 cores. Every core, 12 cores is like having 12 processors. Oh, and that's my phone. So I'm getting messages, so don't let that disturb you. So 12 cores, it's like having 12 processors in one, which means you can do multiple things at one time. I can be rendering a video and going live at the same time without it shaking or having video problems or having any problems in my live. Okay, I can live stream and edit while I'm waiting on rendering. Now, when we talk about the rendering process with this Ryzen 9, man, your rendering, it was so fast that I'm finishing up work like nothing. I mean, it would go through the process fast. I promise you. That's why I say get it. Get the Ryzen 9 processor. Now, here's the thing that's going to make the Ryzen 9 show its performance. There's something very important that you got to have. And I sure hope that you're not operating on spinning drives, because I'm going to reach over here. I'm going to grab this. You are going to need one of these. I'm telling you, they're on sale now. This is the 970 Evo. Now, this is the M.2. Say, this is an SSD. It's a drive. It's very small. I mean, it scares you how small it is and how much data it can hold. You need this. I promise you. Your data processing is going to speed up so fast. You're going to be editing photos, and when you hit save, it's going. I can't even explain it. When I'm working in Capture One, and I'm exporting, I'm telling you, the exporting time is going to be so freaking fast. Even in Lightroom, all that the exporting, and you know what? That's enough. You're going to need one of these. Now, here's the problem. And this is what you're going to run into. And this is probably one of the problems that you have, is that you're working on a laptop and you're trying to get some maximum speed. I'm sorry. You're going to have to do a self-build. You know, I built my own computer. You're going to need to build your own computer. I promise you. You have to build in order to get these crazy speeds. Otherwise, you're going to spend $3,000 for a laptop, which is unnecessary, when you can build for $1,000 or less, or a little over $1,000, or less than $1,000 to get the speed you need. And you're going to need one of these M.2s, and you're going to need an SSD card. So what I do is, with my M.2, I got my operating system running off of it, and I have my SSDs. I have two of them. One of them is going to run for my scratch disk, and the other one is going to run for backup editing. And as a matter of fact, I have three. I have one also that I put my videos on when I'm done editing as well. So you're gonna need one of these, okay? And you don't have to get the Samsung brand, but the Samsung brand, from my understanding, from what the tech guy was telling me, I'm not a techie, for what the tech guy was telling me, that this is a little faster than the other brands. So for the price, I got it. Okay, so they're on sale. Be sure you get that. But here's the problem: if you don't have one of these boards, this board was on sale. Only spent 100 and some change. This is like buying a brand new computer. Once you get a motherboard, you can upgrade for life. You don't have to get a new laptop. You can't upgrade your laptops the way you can upgrade on motherboard. And you have to make sure, I got the tough gaming one, okay? And you got to make sure it's the 570. It has to be the X570. Now, this is AMD. Now, I'm working with the Ryzen 9 processor. The Ryzen 9 processor works perfect with the Tough Gaming 570. Make sure it says 570 or higher. Anything lower than that, it's not going to work. Okay, you're wasting your time. Go ahead and spend the 100 and some change to get this right here. And this is also has a Wi-Fi connected to it. So sometimes when I'm taking my desktop with me on the road, I can get a Wi-Fi connection. But at home, I'm plugged up into the line. So I want to say that's Cat 5, Cat 6, one of those. So also, the cool thing about this board is you can upgrade to, in your memory, you can go all the way up to 128 gigabytes. 128 gigabytes. 128. You only need 64 max to run everything. But you can go to 128. So, good point. So, there you go. Save yourself some money. Get this. Upgrade. Save yourself some time. Stop sitting there watching that line go like this. When it can go like that, that's what you want. Stop editing. If you want to get through your editing, you want fast processing, go this route. Now, you can spend the big dollars if you want to. That's up to you, but I'm just trying to help people that's trying to manage their money like me. Just because I have it don't mean I need to throw it away. Got it? Okay. Get your room comfortable for editing. Instead of buying all this expensive camera equipment and all that, you're gonna have to come home and try to edit what you did outside. You did all that work outside. You come home and you're dragging and you're editing. You got to balance out. You got to be comfortable where you're editing. 2 screens, the minimum. You need 2 monitors, the minimum. And especially if you're doing broadcasting, because you can have your broadcasting screen over here and you can show and say, hey, show this screen, and not have to worry about having the broadcasting screen in your way while you're trying to broadcast and stream live. Get you a nice keyboard. Speakers. Oh man, I got these Logics back here, 200 watts with a woofer. Man, the sound, you want it, baby. When you're editing, you want it. You want to hear it. Well, especially if you're watching movies and you're hearing people talk. When I plugged up those Logics, man, the 200 watts, man, it was amazing. But I don't recommend it if you're in an apartment. Be careful getting 200 watt speakers with the woofers because it's going to disturb your neighbors. I just happen to have my own office here at home, so I can turn it up as loud as I want to. So there you have it. Get your room comfortable. Get your editing skills up. Get your technology that you need so that you don't be sitting there all day editing. There's other things to do, like going outside, enjoying the evening, or doing some more shoots, or contacting your other clients and calling your clients and saying, hey, I told you it's going to be 3 days, but it's ready today. See what I'm saying? It's all about performance. Guys, that's it. Marcus the Tog. Please subscribe. I have some more videos coming up. In my next video that's coming up, I'm going to talk about some editing software. There's 3 editing software, one of them that you weren't even thinking about. Coming up. Talk to you guys later. Thank you.